Mic test, yep. Alright. It's Thursday morning. Let's get back into it. Alright. Last time on Satisfactory, I went over to the danger zone and found the uranium that is there. It occurred to me that if uranium ore just sort of sitting around is radioactive, I probably don't want it very close to the factory. So I might take some measures to direct it away from the factory. And it was always my intention to have most of the uranium processing happening over in this area. At least have the nuclear reactors themselves. So I might have the raw uranium ore going over there for processing also. Although it did occur to me to look and see how big a nuclear reactor is, which I can do. That's not even that big, so it has an input and an output. Okay. Another thing I did is that this box now contains exactly the materials for one nuclear reactor, so when the time comes, that will be there. Another thing that's happening is I went and did a run for bullets, so I have some more bullets now. Let's just grab some of those. Alright, so I think on the agenda is to, because I have, currently aluminum processing is happening over here, and then there's a belt that takes it over here. I think I probably want to send aluminum ore down most of the same belt, and then once it gets close to the factory, redirect it around the factory. Either like you can either go around like this way and then over this bridge and then over there, or like this way and then like this is where oil is being extracted and processed, which is fine. Because like one option I have is that I could like send the uranium ore around that way and then use the if I go that way, because good morning, Masters. I'm contemplating where to put uranium processing. Because I think where I want to go is over there. Yeah, because like that looks. It's a very tall cliff face, first of all. Good morning, turtles. Yes, as I was saying, the uranium processing I want to put over there because from this perspective it looks like a kind of rough cliff face to get up there. But once you're up there, it's very big and flat, and there's just nothing over there. Although, you know what? Let's go for a little walk. I have a gas mask, right? Yeah. This perhaps was not the best place to put on the gas mask. Yeah, okay, let's... So if we head over here, oh, also there's apparently a purple power slug that I never picked up. Well, we can do that now. Let's see. Not sure how they want me to do that. I mean, I guess I can do it like this. This is very goofy, but... Oh, wait. Let me goof this. Clearly the solution is to do this. There. Anyway, continuing on. Are we out of the gas zone? Yes, we are. Okay. I think I built a bridge somewhere over there. Yes. I built this bridge a long, long time ago. In any case, yeah, so this is where I want to eventually put the nuclear processing stuff, just because it's big and flat and out of the way of everything useful. Like, there's really no resources over here. And as you can see, it is very big and flat. So, I think this is a good place to put something like uranium processing in nuclear power plants. Anyway, I think I have sufficiently demonstrated that this is a big flat space. So that'll be the plan. So on Tuesday we did place a miner on a uranium deposit, but we have to actually do a bit more work to get the uranium over here. So that will be this morning's activity. Now, I might need the jetpack to get up. Oh well, actually no, they're fairly charitable about giving little ramps like this. And then we just want to go through poison zone again. Alright. So this morning's immediate objective will be to do some logistics to carry conveyor belts to the uranium miner. I also want to do some testing to see if uranium ore is like naturally just radioactive, or if it's only radioactive if you like pick it up. So I have the hazmat suit, so I can protect myself that way. But okay, so let's stock up on materials that I might need. I think, unless I already done that. So I have a lot of aluminum that'll be used for building conveyor belts, and then iron and some concrete. I think I probably want a bit more concrete. I can also put away this power slug. And let's see here. I'm also going to be building a lot of power poles, which I think I have enough materials for that. Alright. Then just put away the power slug, and then we'll be ready to head out. There we go. Alright, so as usual, I think what I'm going to do is head over to where the aluminum mines are and sort of work backwards by taking power poles over to the uranium mine and then taking conveyor belts back. So I kind of want to, I think I'm okay to just take the causeway. This is a fairly indirect way of doing that. Oh right, the easiest way to get to the causeway is over here. Because this pedal has almost reached it. Now we can just do this. Okay, we can just ride this over to around here. And then just parachute down. This is good. Yeah. So that's the conveyor belt over there that I'll be hooking up to the uranium ore stream. And in the process of doing this, I fully expect to run into various nasties, so I think I'm relatively well equipped for that. But okay, so we are mostly heading like southwest. Oops, wire too long. Yep. Let's see, there's the chainsaw. I think I'm going to also try to clear out stuff as I proceed here. Because in theory, I'll also have a conveyor belt running through here, so. Okay. Alright, how are we doing? I think now we are heading mostly west. Let's throw this down there. I'm occasionally hearing the whine of what's either power slugs or Mercer spheres or something. There's a lot of those sort of generally around this area. But I'm not taking a lot of time to collect them just because I don't need those things. Heck, at this point I'm mostly incentivized to pick them up just to make the sound stop. Okay. There's also an elephant over there. Now, somewhere there's a ladder that I built to climb up a cliff, and I think I'm close to it. But maybe I'm not, I don't know. Oh, no, I'm not even close. Okay, so let's, in that case, let's see, can I do this? Let's jetpack this then. This area has a lot of these, like, monsters up on top of tall pillars, which is kind of annoying because they'll like harass you from up there, and it's very irritating. I'm guessing that's out of range and isn't even getting hit by my bullets, so let's not waste our time. However, there's also a spitter over there that I saw. Yeah, whatever. Oh. Hello. Right, because there's a coal deposit here, which is pretty useless to me, but there it is. Okay, so on the other hand, there are a bunch of mushrooms down there, and that's useful. Let's see. Yeah, I think we can just run the power line through there. If I can grab it here, and then... Okay. Mushrooms are still a desirable resource because they are the limiting reagent to make medical inhalers. Also, I hear an alien somewhere. I'm gonna guess that they're up here. Yep. Whoopsie. Ow. I'm not really in the mood to deal with these crabs, although I have foolishly jumped into fairly deep water. Let's get out of here. Okay. All right. Where am I? Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's go run in here and grab this power slug. Okay. Now, where's that power pole that I placed? There it is. Is this even the right direction? Yeah, basically it's the right direction, so. I might run out of cables, which would be obnoxious. Alright, clearly there's going to be a lot of chainsawing once I'm actually placing the conveyor line here. I think now I'm going to go find where the actual output of the miner is, and that'll be the order of operations here. It might be up there. Let's get up there. Oh no, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, it's up here. So I'm sort of in the right direction, but not really. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm going south. I need to go like northwest at this point. Okay. Whoa. Time for hazmat suit. Because of this thing right here. Oh, there's lots of uranium just sort of sitting around. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. I would like to get into a clear area so I can do some radiation testing, but I guess I need to have the miner powered up first. Actually, no, there's a different way of doing this. Yeah, I have the hazmat suit on. If I manually mine some uranium, I can do this. Do what I want to do here. I'm assuming that having your uranium on my person as long as I have the hazmat suit on. Oh wow. Yes, okay. This is probably fine. So now I'm just carrying around uranium, which is, you know, bad, but okay, so what I want to do here is place a storage container over here. And then put the uranium inside it. So there's a storage container with some uranium in it. Okay, so I think we've demonstrated that just having uranium around, even in a container, is pretty radioactive. And I will like demonstrate this extra, so by like, so now if I move the, like right over here, it's not radioactive, but if I just move the uranium with a conveyor belt, so by standing here, we can see the radiation levels increasing because the uranium's moving around. Okay, so this is a strong incentive to keep the uranium away from the factory. Okay. So that's useful to know. What that means is that I probably want to have the conveyor belt almost entirely built before I actually power up the miners, so that I don't have to like be building the conveyor belt while uranium is moving around on it. Okay. In the meantime, I can do the following. I can pick this up and then just trash this uranium, and then the radiation goes away. Okay. So that'll be an interesting challenge. So I think our power line is like somewhere over here. But as I said, I don't want to actually connect that to the miner until the conveyor belts are fully in place. So let's work on that. Yeah. Mastazal says, but how will you manufacture your watches? Right. So Mastazal there referring to watch faces in the 1950s that were painted with radioactive paint to make them glow in the dark, which is certainly a fun trick, but not healthy. I want to say that most of those like watches and like gun sights and stuff that glow in the dark were made with like tritium, but some of them certainly were made with uranium. I will also note that this portrayal of uranium ore being like wildly radioactive is a little bit of an exaggeration, but it's kind of the opposite of Factorio, which has no radioactive radiation model at all. I think I've mentioned that before, but in any case, okay, so. So what I want to do probably is throw a conveyor pole here and then head in that direction-ish. Which means I probably just want to use a, I probably can't go directly between these two. Nope, not quite too long. I'll use a conveyor lift to move them down the cliff. Okay, so I think I'm going in roughly that direction. this in a position where I can even use a conveyor lift? I must say this is kind of weird. I guess this is allowed. Sure, no problem. Okay, so... Oh, is my inventory full of garbage? Yes, it is. Let's see, is there any stuff I can get out of my inventory? I don't think I need this. I don't need all this wood. This is a ton of wood, so I'll keep the mycelia because mycelia is somewhat more scarce than wood. But back at the base, I have plenty of wood, so... Okay, let's deal with these crabs. I sort of... Oh wait, the power line's over there. Does that matter? No, I don't think so. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to deal with these crabs. So, where's my detonator? There it is. I assume that's not the only crab, and also there's a power slug over here. Okay. Okay, that... I'm not sure if all that was strictly necessary, but you know. Oh, there's another one. Let's not get too distracted. On the other hand, this thing is right here, so... There we go. Okay, so if we're bringing a conveyor line through here... hello. There we go. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna go around that way. Yeah, let's just go around that way. Okay. At some point I might need to even get more fuel for my chainsaw. Because I have not refueled it in weeks. It is suspiciously fuel efficient. Okay. I'm a little turned around now. Oh. Mostly just because the sun's rising. I think the conveyor line was over here. There it is, okay. All right. Yeah, this is fine. So I think what I'm going to do now actually is pick a point in the conveyor. Well, actually, no, this is fine. I'm trying to figure out an efficient way to basically once the whole conveyor line and power line are in place, like the last step will be to connect up some part of it so that uranium actually starts being sent over to where it needs to go. I think what I'm going to do is have that just be power to the conveyor, to the miner, which I will place, let's see here. This should be pretty close. Oh, right. Put on your hazmat suit, you idiot. Okay. Okay, so if I have a power pole up there, can I reach all the way down to the miner? Yes, I can. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now, but I can do it. And I do have a conveyor belt running up here, so once I have everything in place, all I have to do is come back here, connect that power pole up, and then that'll do it. And in the meantime, don't have to wear my hazmat suit all the time. Because certainly wearing my hazmat suit all the time would be inconvenient. Alright, now we're in poison zone. Alright, let's just put on the gas mask and do some chainsawing through the poison zone. Let's see, where do we want things to go here? I think we want to head more north than the way I'm facing right now. So yeah, directly through poison zone. Yes, perfect. I think probably an easy, well, at least a reasonable way to go would be like through here and then maybe up through here. Which is probably the way that the power cables go. Yeah, great, cool. Okay. Come on, you. let's see here. Then we're going that way. Okay. This is the kind of part that where you can either do it with a angled conveyor belt, or you can do it with conveyor lift. I feel like the conveyor lifts are a little bit simpler. This might hurt a little bit, but that's not a big deal. Yeah, this is fine. Grab these mushrooms. There we go. Okay. We're heading that way, is that? Yeah, that's fine, okay. So, to get over there, how do we want to do it? Let's just go over there and start chainsawing things. There's also a purple power slug over here. It's suspiciously unguarded. Did I already murder everything that was guarding this thing? Probably. Okay. Then we want to get up there. I can probably get up there via conveyor lift here. Okay. So I kind of feel like once I finish building this nuclear reactor, that might be the end of Satisfactory for the time being, since, I mean, the game's not finished yet, and I do want to leave some stuff for, like, the next time there's a major feature push. So, once I get the nuclear reactor online, we will all sort of take some time to think about how much more Satisfactory I've got in me. Which means I might finish up Satisfactory like this weekend. Because I certainly could continue expanding the big factory to include things like heavy modular frames. There's lots of stuff that I'm not manufacturing there. Like I'm not manufacturing bullets or dynamite. I could set that up. But, like, what's the point? Okay, I have some ideas for what the next project is going to be. You'll see what that is when it happens. I won't be straying too far from my roots. Let's just say that. Let's see here. Where's the jetpack? Oh, I'm wearing it. Okay. First of all, let's make sure that I can actually carry a conveyor belt over there. Yeah, that won't be a problem. Okay, so now let's see. But anyway, to finish up that thought, my general idea is that, like, once I have a fairly complete factory with a nuclear reactor and so on, I'll leave Satisfactory for, like, a while, and then maybe in, I don't know, 6 months or... My usual MO is, with an early access game like this, is to, like, play it for as long as I want to, and then eventually there will be a feature deployment that, adds more stuff. And whenever both that happens and I'm in the mood for more factory action, then that's when I'll... for me, it's always kind of a question of whether to, like, start a completely new game versus loading up an old game and using the existing development. This game is long enough that I don't think I would start a new game just to look at new stuff. I think I would only start a new game of Satisfactory if I had a new vision for a factory design, or if I had some completely new play style in mind, which could happen, but not soon. Can I build a conveyor pole on this thing? Yep, sure can. I don't see myself doing a playthrough. Well, I mean, anything could happen 6 months or a year down the road, but I don't see myself wanting to do a streaming project that was both exploring new features and also deploying a new factory design. That seems like taking on quite a lot. I have thought about what it would be like to do a challenge run of Satisfactory where you don't use foundations, which would be difficult, at least for me. Because it would necessitate, like, using the natural landforms instead of, like, doing things in an organized way. Well, doing things in a Cartesian way, which is the method of organization that is enabled by foundations. Building a factory without foundations would be an interesting challenge. Maybe, well, a possibly interesting challenge. It might be not a very interesting challenge, but I don't know. In any case, I'm definitely not doing that this time. This is like the polar opposite of that. Now, I seem to recall that the conveyor pole belts here don't actually use stacking poles for a little ways. We can use the... Yes. Oh, they do, okay. So I can just throw down a stacking pole here. And then do some chainsawing. Is this... Nope. That's weird. Oh, this thing is too big to be chainsawed. That's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go around this side of these things. Let's see, can I reach all the way over there? Nope, 31. That's fine. Okay, so now this will sort of be a rehash of running the aluminum line. So one consequence of running uranium on the aluminum line is it means that if I ever need to, like, do anything with the aluminum line, I have to wear a hazmat suit, but that doesn't bother me too much. Also, there's a little bit of weirdness that's going to be happening right here. I think what I'm going to do is chop down this tree and keep chopping down these trees. Yeah. I think if I put a conveyor pole here, I could also just stack a splitter up there, but I don't think that's necessary. All kind of weird. Okay. And then I should be able to connect this up like that. Okay. Okay, let's go put stacking poles all the way up to the cliff face here. Like, at the cliff face, you have to split up stuff because you can't stack up conveyor lifts, but that's not a problem. I can just run this to, like, here. And this should hopefully be able to reach. Yes, okay. Now, one challenge here is getting through the fog in a way that makes sense, but this conveyor lift should, let's see, if I go over there actually, this might be a little bit easier to work with. Let's put on the jetpack. Oh, I'm out of aluminum. Alright. I guess it's time to head back and pick up more aluminum. Well, I started with a lot of it, so I don't feel too bad about that. Let's just parachute down. I could jetpack down, but the problem is that sometimes you can't see the ground very well, so... This weird fog dimension. So I wouldn't want to, like, smack into a stone arch or something like that, which is definitely something that could happen. Okay. And you can ride the aluminum, and there's a small poison zone, but it's not bad. Actually, another thing I can do here is, as I'm heading over there, I can place conveyor poles. I can think about where in the conveyor line I want to split off the uranium to skirt around the main factory. So I definitely want to do that. All right. Yeah. Let's look around. Hmm. So I'm thinking I might send the uranium this way and then kind of through the iron mining. That's the iron smelting area. Wow, look at it go. Well, I wonder what is it still using the iron parts? Because like I've been away from the factory for a long time, so like I have no idea what's actually using iron ingots right now. I mean, or iron products. Because I feel like by now pretty much everything would have been backed up, but maybe it is now that I've been standing here. Anyway, because yeah, I think I'm gonna like send the uranium like this way and then up to this causeway and then over there. How do I feel about that? The other thing I could do, I might actually, because I'm thinking of building the uranium processing facility up on an elevated platform, kind of like the Blumenwerk area, but not just kind of fewer pedals, like maybe 4 instead of 12. In which case, like an area like this would be totally fine because I mostly just need a base that's reasonably flat. Well, in any case, all I need to do is get the uranium over there for now. So we're close enough that we can go ahead and pick up the aluminum that we need and then come back and do that work. Factory is getting very large, which is what I want, but it does underscore the fact that I'm close to the end game. Alright, I think the aluminum's over here. Actually, before I do that, I should at least put away some of the mycelia and power slugs and stuff. One more, yep. To free up inventory space. Because I certainly may do more chainsawing, but let's see here. Yeah, I have tons of wood over here. I want to keep some store of wood for like biofuel and stuff, but let's see here. And then this one over here has power slugs and other foodstuffs. Okay. And also alien organs. Anything else? I think that's probably all for now. I'm carrying a lot of bullets. I think I'm probably done with most of my gun activity. I can put away some of these bullets. There we go. Alright, now we can go pick up aluminum and probably actually want to get some more cables too, just because I don't need a ton of cables, but I have very few at the moment. Let's do that. Yeah, that's good. What am I doing on concrete? I think I'm doing fine on concrete and actually pretty much fine on iron parts too, so I mostly just need aluminum. All right. Yeah, sure, just take all of it. All right. So now, where am I going? Right, so I think now what I want to do is plan out how we're going to skirt around the factory. So here we have this limestone miner. Yeah, I think going around the back of the limestone mine. Actually, maybe going around the back of the this launch tower here. Yeah. Let's chop down this tree. Okay, so let's assume... Yeah, so we have a conveyor pole there. Let's just head this direction. Yeah. Alright, so if we go this way... There's a lot of vegetation around here. Okay, so... head straight through there. Let's clear out all these trees, because these are clearly impeding my ability to plan properly. Oh, inventory is full of junk. Well, mostly the inventory is full of aluminum, so I can't carry very much of this stuff. Okay. In that case, let's not get too carried away. But let's see, how do we feel about going this way? Yeah, I think we want to go roughly this direction. And then there's a ramp over there that I can take up here. And then that'll definitely go around the most of the factory. Okay, so now I have to get back up there, but that's not too hard. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I can reach this far. That won't be a problem. Can I reach down there? Yes, I can. Okay. Actually, just to chew up aluminum, I'm going to do something that I will need to do eventually, which is head back over to the other end of the aluminum line and hook up the conveyor belt that will eventually carry the uranium ore. So this will be a bit of a walk, but that's fine. Again, the objective here is just to use up aluminum to free up inventory space. And I can kind of skirt around the poison area by walking through here. Approximately. This might involve some swimming, but that's okay. Water's pretty shallow around here. Okay. Now I should be able to just reach the conveyor lift there and just zoop. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Let's remove this tree. Okay. Let's see, can I reach all the way down there? I think I can, yes, exactly 24. Great. Okay, now let's throw down the conveyor poles that we're going to need. So the rest of the stream might be entirely logistics, and if that's the case, I think I might finish up the logistics off stream just because this is sort of mediocre television, I would say. Not the worst, because I am like moving around and doing things, but other than that, this is all fairly mundane stuff. And I don't think anyone's going to be bothered if I finish it up off stream. Let's just put on the gas mask for working in the poison zone. Let's see here. There's a magic pixel here. There it is. Okay. I think now I've gotten to the point where the conveyor poles are already built. Yes, they are. Okay, great. Oof. Well, I really got a lot of Doppler effect there with that whoosh. Or maybe I was... Oh, what I was hearing was a geyser. Yeah, there's a geyser somewhere. There it is. That's a geyser. So the conveyor belt was building a conveyor belt sound at the same time that a geyser was going off. So it made for a weird sound layering effect. Come on, game. There we go. Okay. Certainly the game... I want to say that the lag spikes happen more now that I'm later in the game. I don't remember them happening quite this often earlier in the game. Can I even reach that far? I probably can't reach that far. Nope. I'm going to have an intermediate step here. that's fine. This will look a little funky, but it won't actually be a problem. Alright, and now we are hooked up there, and that's where it splits off. Okay, great. Okay, and that should have chewed up something, well, several hundred Alcad sheets. Yes, okay. Alclad. The word Alclad messes with me because it reminds me of like NiCad, which NiCad is like actually short for nickel cadmium, but Alclad, I think that means literally like clad as in covered. Words, okay. Okay, and we're gonna put a conveyor lift here that terminates around there. Now I can do some more chainsawing, oh boy. Okay. And again, we're heading approximately north. Okay. Do we need to clear out this stuff? Let's see. Yeah, let's clear out some of this stuff. Okay, now let's not lose where the actual conveyor line is. So now I think this is the ramp that I want to head up, so I probably want to head just like straight up here. Alright, now our inventory is full, but that's not a hard problem to fix. Okay. We'll have to keep going up, but let's get the belt up here first. All right. Actually, let's check this out. No, this is fine. So we kind of want to go up and then cut southeast, which is like that away. But first, oh, there's a summer sloop over there. Yeah, as far as like features that I want them to implement before I come back to Satisfactory here, like certainly I think there are additional technology tiers that will eventually be unlocked. Also, like doing things with the summer sloops and Mercer spheres. I'm sort of guessing that they'll do something like the power slugs. They just haven't implemented it yet. But who knows? Let's see here. I might be going through a poison zone because I see some poison over yonder, but that's fine. Let's see, is anything guarding this summer sloop? Doesn't look like it. Just making sure to pick it up before Ada starts hollering at me. Yep. I'm guessing this is limestone. Yep, that's limestone. And now it is dark, so this is going to make construction a little bit harder. It's one of the few times when, oh, I guess actually there is a sun, but it's one of the darker ones. You can still see the stars. Which, as I've mentioned before, I'm pretty sure that's impossible for a planet with reasonably Earth-like atmosphere to have a sun, which is what that definitely is, and also be able to see the stars. I don't think light works that way. Where was I? Oh, there we go, okay. Okay, is this where we want to turn? Because I could also head up onto this platform. Let's do some exploration. Also, this might involve dynamiting some mushrooms. Assuming that wow, I'm sure this is very unseeable on stream. It's barely seeable to me. Oh, this is not even like poison gas from crabs, so I can't do anything about it. This is all pretty dark. Maybe I'll wrap this up at a later time. Because there are other things for me to do. If I go into the recipes section. Because like nuclear fuel rod requires electromagnetic control rod. Electromagnetic requires AI limiters. So one of the things I can do is set up construction of AI limiters. Hello, yep, there we go. So let's take a little hiatus from building conveyor belts and go set up construction of AI limiters. I think the other thing that I'll need to do is direct the production of stators, which is currently only being used for motors. Just looking at the clock and see if I'm going to have time for this. I think actually what I'm going to do is head back to the base and call it, because I think there is some other stuff I have to take care of this morning. And this is a long walk. Okay. So, ending the stream just a little bit early, but not too bad. Just because I don't think it's a very good idea to start a project like AI limiter construction that I won't be able to finish, because well, anyway. I could, but I'd rather not. I'll have that be going on next time. So we got some good logistics done today, and next stream will be Saturday morning, I expect. So thanks for joining. I'll see you later.